All right. How to handle injuries in Jiu-Jitsu. How to mentally handle an injury in Jiu-Jitsu. We're not talking about how to deal physically with an injury. We're going to talk about the mental aspect of what injuries do to you, how it messes with your psyche, and this is a bit of more conceptual Jiu-Jitsu that I would like to talk about. As I always say, let's talk about it. Now, when I get to rambling, I want you guys to, right now, type away what are injuries that you are facing right now that you are trying to get around, how you're mentally holding, not physically, how it's mentally affecting the way you train, how you're getting around. Just go ahead, type it. I will ramble per usual, and I will tell you my story of how I mentally handle injuries. Now, injuries are, honestly, let me tell you right now, if you just had an injury right now and this video just came to you right now, I want you to understand injuries are normal. I'm going to let that soak in while I drink and help my scratchy breath or scratchy throat. Injuries are normal. If you're sitting there right now and you got a little boo-boo and you feel like it's the end of the world, you'll be fine. You are a warrior. You are basically a strong few. You are a strong of the chosen few. It's okay. I dislocated my shoulder 4 times before. And honestly, the 4th time that I dislocated my shoulder, I actually was preparing to make a video of me like quitting martial arts. I was so done, but I had to, the way I got past my mental hurdle was I sat down and took a break. I believe a lot of martial artists are so geared to keep going and destroying and running their body under the rug, under the bus, and we have this hardcore mental mentality. But sometimes when you get injured, you're doing something wrong. You're training wrong physically, but at the same token, you might need a mental breather. So if you are injured, I would say you need to take your injuries with blessings. If you got you ain't dislocating your shoulder and ain't competed in damn near almost a year like me, and it gets to me sometimes. It's really frustrating, but what I have recognized, and I'm gonna let you know, one thing that I really wish that I did was when I dislocated my shoulder the first time, and maybe you have an injury, I wish I just sat down. I wish that I just understood that time is a construct. Like, you know how they say, like, this is a construct, that's a social construct. I really believe time is like a mental construct. Like, it's not even real. Like, it's happening, but the paradox of time is it seems like it's going really slow, but it's really, really going really fast. You understand what I'm saying? When I think back of when I first dislocated my shoulder, that's probably almost maybe 2 years ago. And I remember I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, there's nothing wrong. All you have to do is sit down and relax. But me, I wanted to get back into the gym. I wanted to, oh my God, if I would have just sat out for like 3 months, I wouldn't have missed anything. I would have been just fine. Now, of course, you have to rehab it. But the problem is, like I said, this is why this video is about the mentality. Like, I had a strong body, and my body was intact, and my body was ready. That's why I kept going back to training, because I knew my body was intact, but my mindset, my mental wasn't intact. I've noticed that when you get injured, you have a really bad habit of, like, your mind starts trying to pick up and catch up. It's like your mind starts trying to catch up because immediately your mind thinks that you're falling behind. And I want to tell you, you're not falling behind. You're okay. Just sit down. Because it's going to catch up with you. If you, I always tell people like this. This is actually perfect. This is perfect right here. So it's like a balloon. Imagine this is a balloon that's fully blown up. Just follow me here. Every time you train, right, you blow into the balloon, but the air doesn't come back out. Every time you train, you blow into it, and over time, the balloon gets like this. Okay? That's if you don't do no recovery, you don't do anything. Now, if you have a mentality that you're not doing enough, despite the balloon looking like this, and it's at its full capacity, you might blow it, and then when it pops, that's an injury. Okay? And unfortunately, with a balloon, you have like it just pops and it's gone. You can't re-blow into it. You get what I'm saying? But that's our body. We just keep blowing despite, and then it starts blowing right back up in the wrong places until it gets just like this, and then now you cannot train ever again. And all you have to do is probably sit out for maybe 6 weeks to 8 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months. But no, your mentality, you was trying to catch up. I want you to understand there is nothing for you to catch up to. I mean, yeah, like if you are, for me, the reason from my point of view, I was thinking like, oh, like damn, I want to keep showing highlight videos. I want to go compete and I want to show like the world that I'm a good jiu-jitsu athlete. But I kept injuring myself, and now here I am breaking down jiu-jitsu. So I guess that actually came out. I guess this came out in a really good outcome in a way. It slowed me down tremendously. I feel like injuries also kind of is a blessing. It sounds weird, but I wouldn't have gotten so patient and so aware of the art if I wasn't injured. You know, it's kind of like this is kind of like an old song, like Prince's "Little Red Corvette." You got to slow down. You know, like in the song, Prince calls a girl. He compares her to a red Corvette. And he was saying that she's too fast, she's moving too fast, she gotta slow down or she's gonna burn out, and you know, she gotta build a love that's gonna last. You know, I love that song. It's an old song. I love Little Red Corvette. But that's I feel like that's an athlete. And that's how you have to do your mind. We do not understand, because our mind is intangible. Let me explain that. Because our mind is intangible, meaning tangible is my body, my hand, my face, it's what you can see. But the mind is intangible. Because the mind is intangible, we have this notion that the mind is just limitless, meaning the mind can just take as much as it can. And it really can't. Like, your mind also needs to rest. Your mind needs to, but we can't see it, so we don't know that maybe we're at full capacity with our mind. So the way you mentally handle jiu-jitsu injuries is, I want you to know, this is really key. If you made it this far and I'm really like resonating with you, this is what I told myself, and I became very at peace. You need to give yourself permission to be okay and rest. You need to be patient with yourself. Like, you know, like the cliche, like, oh, you have to find yourself. I think that's really true. Like, you need to start developing deep introspection with yourself and learn, like, it's okay. Like, I know I want to be the best, or I know that there's like some type of competition that's coming up and I really want to be a part of that competition. Yeah, but there's going to be more. You'll be fine. Do you want to try to hurry up and make it to that competition and potentially never have other competitions? Or do you want to maybe skip that competition and maybe have the best version of yourself come out because you waited? You need to give yourself permission to be at peace with rest. You need to be at silence with yourself. I think, what is that? That's a philosophy or something. Like, what is that? A Japanese... No, that's some type of Japanese philosophy where you are at peace, at one with yourself, like letting yourself, like understanding it's not the journey. You know, some people say like, what is that, Kaizen or something? Like, people say, oh, it's the journey. No, like you are okay presently where you're at right now. You tried your best. You understand that you need to heal, and you need to talk to yourself and say, hey, It's gonna be okay. There's someone out there that needs to hear that right now. It's gonna be okay. You will be fine. Trust me. You don't want to be like me, dislocating your shoulder over and over and over and over, thinking that you're missing something. You know, that's how you mentally handle injuries in jiu-jitsu, in my personal opinion. Let me drink this, because someone probably has OCD, and I'm like, But yeah, so, no, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So, go ahead, type away, and tell me how you're handling injuries. I've seen so many people, man, injuries can really get to you. We'll probably talk about how to, well, no, you know what? I got like maybe 5 extra minutes. We could talk a little bit of how to physically handle injuries. Let's actually bring this back again. Let's use this. So, if you want to know how to deflate the balloon that keeps blowing up, for the mind, I did say rest, which is true. When you rest, the balloon deflates. And it's the same with your body too. When you gotta understand, like when you do rest and recovery, this is why I'm gonna have to censor the way I say it, but the Mary Mary and the Jane Jane, this is why I usually talk about that, because the stuff that you use for your body to bring it down also helps your mind. We don't know that, but like what I like to do, what I swear by, I'm telling you, I swear by the sauna. I will go to the sauna in a quickest, in a jiffy, when, like, sometimes I didn't do nothing. Like, let's say I didn't train for an entire week. I like to go to the sauna for my mind, just because, like, it helps the body, but it also helps the mind. So you need to understand that rest and recovery for the body also helps the mind too. But you need to be, like, aware of that. Like, it's kind of like, imagine it's a feeling based thing. Like, it's like, imagine you have a hand, right? And you're always using your fingers, but you never realize that you have a thumb. You know, that's like you're always used to using. That's probably a very bad analogy. I'm sorry, but you're always used to using your body, but never your mind. So that the way to deflate the balloon, before I go, because that's the best way for you guys who are wondering. If you're sitting here wondering, that's why I say I like to go around and ramble until I really get done with the topic. But if you want to know how to deflate the balloon, rest and recovery, what you eat, that's another thing. I know it's all cliche, but martial artists do not take care of their body. I feel it's weird. Martial artists are athletes, but they don't like take care of themselves like an athlete. So understand, if you want to deflate the balloon, be patient with yourself. And your mind, it might be bigger than this. The mind, I think, like, the reason why we think the mind is so limitless is because, you know, well, I mean, like I said, we can't see it, and it just seems like we could just take so much. But yeah, it's rest and what you do with your body. But that's all I got for you guys today. And yep, I hope it resonated with somebody. Somebody needed to hear that. I wish I heard that. That was something, oh my God, y'all don't. That's why I'm rambling. Like, I'm really talking to my younger self. This is what I needed to hear. Like, oh my gosh. One of these days, I'm just going to, like, bawl in tears on camera and be like, well, no, one take. And I'm going to just put that on. But yeah, it makes me feel very emotional to think about that. Like, I wish someone told me, like, it's going to be okay, dog. Just relax. Like, you don't have to rush. Like, just relax. So, for you out there that's listening and you made it this far, that means you really need someone to talk to. Bro, it's going to be okay. Or lady or dude or gal or they, them, it's going to be okay. You're going to be all fine. Give yourself permission to relax and rest, okay? It's going to, you know, like, I don't know, hug. Like, hugs. Like, it's going to be okay. That was a pat on the back. But y'all take care.